enjoying your lunch, we are going to give you some information that may be useful to you. A conference like this would not be possible without the support of our sponsors. Yeah, let's be real. Yeah, we love you for being with us, but we also love your money, huh? Let's be real, okay? Now, on the screen, we will show you a corporate video of our platinum sponsor from Kenanga. Is the video ready? Done. Please play the video first. Alright, terima kasih Kenanga. We hope to see you again next conference. Alright, let's wait for our next presenter to be back on his seat. I think he went to powder his nose. Stand by the soundtrack video, yeah, please. Can I sanitize one? Sanitize one. Oh, he just picked up. You're okay.
Oh, yeah. Now?
Yeah. You okay?
The GM thing. Change my
Okay. Sound team, can we have the GM video, please? GM Clang video. Okay.
The beauty of GM Clang, is something like one-stop shop. You can find a lot of things for wholesaling there.
Saya lihat GM Klang merupakan satu pusat borong yang terbaik di rantau ini. Malah di dunia.
GM has built their brand and the reputation for wholesale. So whenever you think of wholesale, then it's definitely GM.
In the year 2008, we finally found this piece of land. So we began the journey of developing on a 14.5 acres land where GM Clang Wholesale City is now.
GM Klang started operating since the year 2009. We are located at the southern part of Klang, accessible from the main Kesas Highway and other major highways from all over Malaysia very easily.
It's located in a very ideal location, and every time I go and see, it is very, very crowded, and I'm quite sure it will grow.
If we look at the economic or social benefits, you can see that the amount of job opportunities we help to create, and we also help to boost the property value of the properties in and around our wholesale city.
Saya rasa mungkin dalam masa 15 hingga 20 tahun pun dia akan kekal maju, dapat kunjungan secara tak langsungnya. Nilai hartanah GM Klang akan meningkat, akan memberi satu keuntungan impak yang besar kepada pelabur-pelabur GM Klang. Saya tengok dia ni ada satu konsep yang amat bagus, penyediaan kemudahan lebih baik daripada di negara-negara di luar.
Today, we already have 3 blocks, Block A, B and C, and with a build-up of about more than 1.5 million square feet, we house more than 2,500 wholesalers. We have provided a lot of very good amenities and facilities for our wholesalers, not only for them but also for our customers. If you look at our loading bay, we can cater to more than 4 cargo containers at one time.
Kami menyediakan fasiliti yang selesa, seperti kami ada parking kereta yang luas, surau, dan juga mereka boleh pergi ke F&B kita yang ada di tingkat bawah. Periklanan dan promosi yang giat dijalankan adalah menerusi kempen offline dan juga online bagi memastikan pendedahan jenama GM Klang ini sentiasa seimbang di kedua-dua platform ini. GM has done a lot of promotions ranging from their billboards on the highways that can see and also the TV ads and radio advertisement. These kind of marketing that they have done really help us to actually boost our sales and keep on getting new customers, especially those who are actually looking for wholesale purchases.
GM has created a brand name. The management has provided strong support towards us in the sense that they are willing to listen to our ideas, develop alongside with us.
We provide a platform for all the wholesalers, the traders to operate under one roof to apply their products. And this is very good for the consumers or the customers because you'll find that traditionally a lot of traders, when they want to source for their products, they've got to go all over town to source for a little bit of their products. However, when you come to our GM, it's different. You are able to compare prices and you can source for your products with the most competitive pricing.
巴生聚盟批发城从2013年起就与巴生中华总商会合作，连续4年举办了马来西亚巴生国际展览会。为了增强与其他国家的双边关系以及贸易机会呢，巴生聚盟批发城也和马来西亚批发商总会密切合作，时常到各个国家与当地的商会交流。
Because of this tremendous success we achieved, we started to become even more ambitious. This will enable us to create a very complete ecosystem. It will also come with convention facilities, function halls, residential areas, where one day when it is fully completed, you will have the full range of elements that is required to make a successful wholesale city.
And we foresee in the future that our customers will be regional and international based. Therefore, it will be an encouragement for us to see our wholesalers provide more products at more competitive pricing so that we can have more demand from the regional and international customers.
So for the investors, wholesalers, for even our own communities, we wanted them to invest for the long run. So we hope that everybody work as a team to help the whole GM Klang wholesale city become much more successful.
Kasei GM Klang. We hope to see you again next year as well. Okay, next up, the pretty lady from Nomura. From this table, he claims, James claims. Yeah.
All right.
I won't bother to tell you her name. Let her introduce herself.
Right, good afternoon. Assalamualaikum semua. I trust you had quite a good meal. Anyway, my name is Regina Rahim. I'm from Nomura Asset Management Malaysia. And I would like to thank Mr. Cha and Third Age Media for allowing Nomura to be part of this conference. So we are very thankful and privileged to be here today. If you can just give me 10 minutes of your time, I would like to sort of explain who Nomura is, and as well as our experience in Japan and some of the plans that we would like to do here in Malaysia. So without wasting any more time. So we've been around in Malaysia for 14 and a half years. We started in December 2006. We've got about almost 28 billion ringgit in assets under management. So what's also very interesting about Nomura Asset Management in Malaysia is that we actually are the global hub for the Islamic business, which is headed by Ichi-san, who's also here in the room today. And over 32% of our total assets are actually Sharia compliant. So, and I think one of the key things that I'd like to highlight is that Nomura Asset Management as a group, we are originating from Japan, and 70% of our total AUM, which is over 600 billion US dollars, is actually for pension funds. So one of the key areas that we really do look into in all the countries where we have presence is actually pension. Okay, sorry. Moving on to the next slide. Okay, I think this is actually a very interesting slide because, you know, this whole morning you have been exposed to a lot of statistics about Malaysian aging society numbers. But I wanted to bring in these slides to actually show how our aging is actually very rapid. So if you take a look at, in terms of the first slide on the left, you'll see that obviously Japan takes the lead globally, yeah? But what is actually really scary about this slide is the fact that after 2020, you look at how the steepening of the curve for Malaysia has actually grown significantly, yeah? And my numbers based on our own research, and I would like to highlight the difference between aging and aged society. So we are aging, but by our definition of 65 and above, it's by 2044. So a bit more time. But I think what's also worrying from our observation is the fact that there is insufficient wealth to support a longer lifespan. And this is something that is also being exacerbated by the pandemic and, of course, the pressure on EPF right now. So another interesting thing that is happening in Japan is that the 100-year life is becoming more realistic. But in fact, this is not just prevalent in Japan, it's actually happening all over the world. As it is, we are already, you know, most of us in Malaysia, we're already in our 80s quite easily nowadays. You know, someone my age is actually quite, I'm nearing 50. So I still have, you know, technically grandparents who are still alive, and that's actually getting more and more common. And then also another key thing that I would like to highlight is that women are the ones who are outliving their male counterparts. And I think in terms of financial worries for the women is something that those conversations are not actually happening in Malaysia as much as it should. So in regards to a longer lifespan, I think one of the key things that we also need to worry about is the fact that we're living longer, but we are not necessarily healthy, especially in Malaysia. A lot of us are diabetics. A lot of us have all sorts of comorbidities. And then if you look at this slide, especially on the right-hand side, you'll notice that in regards to, so in the 60s, in the age of 60s, you will have remaining life of about 18 years. But your wealth, and this is in Japan, yeah? So it's 16 years. So there is already a gap. But as you move on to your 70s, your wealth actually gets more. And then if you're in your 80s, it gets more. We haven't done this survey in Malaysia. And I guess this is something that I would like to work with either My Aging or GEM on something that we can actually do together, because it'll be interesting to see how these numbers would differ in Malaysia, because this is something that's actually worrying, because most people who are wanting to be active would be within the 60 segment, and yet the wealth and the lifespan is not matching. So basically, another takeaway, so we did the same survey 3 years later in 2020. The chart from the previous slide was from 2017. So you'll see that a lot of elderly people, your third phases, are all very anxious about the health, as well as financial anxiety is one of the key areas. And then even in Japan, despite the fact that they're all very conservative and all that, they're still having issues in terms of the erosion of their financial asset. So, and another scary thing in Malaysia, in comparison, is that there is no laws that is going to stop unscrupulous salesperson from the financial industry to sell to someone who is elderly or retired. In Japan, there are laws. So this is where you need to be asking the right questions when a unit trust agent or insurance agent approaches you, because you are highly likely to be a victim of a lot of these unscrupulous people. So moving on forward, one of the initiatives that we did in Nomura, because Nomura, apart from the asset management business, we also have stockbroking. So a lot of our distribution of our funds are via our stockbroking, and a lot of our clients are above 60. Yeah. So we found that one of the key things, and of course Japan being an aged society already, we realized that there's a lot of things that people are not aware of. So hence, we worked closely with Keio University as well as Mitsubishi UFJ to actually establish the Japan Financial Gerontology Institute. So, and the aim of this is basically to address a lot of the common themes that we were talking about earlier, which is in terms of deterioration in cognitive function. I'd like to share with you that in Japan, you can actually buy dementia insurance, caregivers insurance. These are products, financial insurance products, that are not currently available in Malaysia. As third phases, please put the pressure onto your insurance companies and say that we need to have products that's relevant to us as well. Because what's also very scary is that with lack of connectivity with society, with paid work, I think cognitive deterioration is something very, very real. And I'm not sure anyone is actually checking on the numbers here in Malaysia. So moving on forward. So one of the key themes for Nomura Asset Management in Malaysia is that we're trying to work towards creating better awareness in terms of retirement wealth planning. So most of the financial institutions will be looking purely on the wealth accumulation side, and they forget about the decumulation side. So towards the end of this year, we will be working with EPF on their member investment scheme. So inshallah, we should have products to address that. I know some of you are no longer within EPF, but hopefully, Ichi-san, we can do something about this. So to wrap up quickly, I just wanted to highlight, if you are doing investments, and I know it's looking at food, is that diversify. You cannot be having just a keto-based diet. You can't just have nasi lemak every day. It needs to be diversified. So with your financial investments, you're going to have a bit of everything, but please do not put everything in the market, yeah? Whatever it is in the stock market, you shouldn't be, at your age, you should not be putting everything in equities. There should be bonds, there should be money market, etc. So we're not trying to sell our products here because frankly, we don't have relevant products to you right now. But if you would like to know more and you want an honest answer from us, we'll let you know. So please feel free to contact us. We are available on our website, which is www.nomura-asset.com.my. Thank you.
Terima kasih, Puan. That was nice, short and sweet and informative. Closing off this segment of our program, he's 50 years old, I think he said that just now. Yeah. So, from Suntrack, Mr. James Tan. Yeah lah, clap lah. Young, handsome, tall.
Good afternoon, afternoon. I took off my jacket. I speak to you as Suntrack Development, not on behalf of the association, you know. This is Suntrack's project. Good afternoon. So this is Toy Residence in Setia Alam. I have some ideas to share with you. How does this work? Okay. We are not a retirement village. Hey, right. We are a multi-generational living. Very quickly, I myself, our company, after having researched and studied so many seniors country with seniors living, countries with retirement villages, we realized that the world is moving back towards inclusive community like what the kampong was like. Rather than segregating old people, keeping them exclusive in one place on their own within themselves, we feel that it's not very cheria. You don't get children screaming. You don't get young couples fighting across the house. So back to multi-generational living, we feel it could be the solution. It is our rendition of retirement and seniors living, home and community for all. So this is it for children, parents, and grandparents. Very quickly, we're freehold, very low in density in Setia Alam, 330 units over 6.6 acres, so it's very spread out and very comfortable. Brochures are in front, thank you. And then our location in Setia Alam right there. So we are very blessed to be riding on our more established developers around us, namely SP Setia with the Setia Alam Township and Eco Arden. So it's got shopping malls, hospitals, schools, a convention center, and so pasar and everything. So in terms of a township and an environment, it's got full of amenities. You're not in a mountain far, far away, where some people think that retirees should be. We don't believe in that. We believe that retirees should remain engaged and active in part of a township with their families, with their friends, with the communities. So, and everything we do today is about being independent. It's about having a peace of mind. For our seniors, remember we are multi-generation, so our homes are great for young people already. Most homes are anyway, but we extended the spectrum to include it for aging in place. And when we say aging in place, we mean independent living and peace of mind. This is what we stand for. So very quick, there are a few key points to what makes it independent, and what makes it come with peace of mind. Very namely, safety is first. You will notice here that we have a raised pool so that toddlers don't fall in, so that our seniors with poor eyesight will also get a better distinction of the space. So we're a residential condominium, but we provided beyond because we want to live true to our promise. So we provided fire sprinklers in all the homes. We have fire refuge area to wait out the fire. We have handrails and steps everywhere. We keep everyone safe, especially our seniors. We provide AED devices, automated external defibrillator. Those of you who have been to CPR training, the trainers don't tell you that pumping a dead heart is very difficult. Give them electric shock, they will jump straight up. So AEDs are very important. They should be in all common places. They are in airports. I didn't see one in KL Tower. Okay. And care is an important feature. It's like our community care. It's like our kampong doctor. We partner with our Australian partner, Quality Care. They provide trained nurses and trained carers in our care office. On our ground floor, we provide residence to our nurses so that 24/7 there's someone in our community to attend to any medical emergencies or any assistance. And also, sometimes people are very reluctant to go and see the doctors too often, but if the care office is free and downstairs, you go downstairs and check your sugar, check your blood pressure, and together with more awareness and more conversations, people stay healthier. Our condominium, now if I didn't tell you, it looks like any other condominium, but the entire condominium has been designed for mobility and very subtle. You walk into a room, you see wider doors, you go like, okay, great, but actually those were compliant to UK standards for wheelchair accessibility. You see a wider toilet, you go like, oh, great, I can bathe my child here, but actually it's for wheelchair to make a U-turn inside there, 1.5 meter wheelchair turning radius. So many subtle features like ramps and all that has been put in place so that no one is displaced from home. Truth be told, very few people require a wheelchair, very few. But then again, it's all if the need shall ever arise, even to recover from a short surgery, young people included, seniors people, if the need shall ever arise, one can age in place with no worry, with peace of mind. You can remain in your home. You don't have to recover in the place that is not home for you. So this is our promise to a multi-generational environment. This is an example of what we mean by a wheelchair turning circle. You're most welcome to our show gallery in Setia Alam. I look forward to welcome you. And so ramps, we have a showcase of a wheelchair-friendly kitchen. Okay, I've covered safety, I've covered health, I've covered wheelchair. But that is only half the ingredient of what makes a great place for multi-generational living. Because at the end of the day, it is the community and the people that makes a great kampong. So, that wasn't funny. No, okay. Place making is the flavor, is the keyword of everything we do. Everything we do seeks to bring people together, to get people out of their house so that they join in the kampong for all kinds of activities, from dancing to badminton to basketball to singing to having a Rotary Club meeting or whatsoever. Now, why do I show you this picture? Yeah, fair enough, it's like any other clubhouse. But hang on a second. This clubhouse is at our entrance. Why we put it there? Because when you come home, you have a homecoming experience, fair enough. You will take a look at your right-hand side and FOMO kicks in, fear of missing out. You go drive and go like, what's my friend doing there? I see them playing badminton. Hey, I see someone sembang. I don't go home first. That is the first success in placemaking. I don't go home first. Park my car, go and check out with my friends. Hey, what are you doing? Placemaking. You go to the ground floor lobby. You want to press the lift button. Within the line of sight, accessibility and safe is placemaking. Line of sight, you see resident lounge, you see communal dining, you see 7 activity rooms, you see playground, you see gym, you see swimming pool, you see everyone everywhere. Okay, don't go up first. Go and see what my friend is doing. That is placemaking. So, all this designed to get everyone to be together. Herb garden, activity rooms, multi-sports hall, that's our clubhouse, resident lounge, kitchen. So you start your day with yoga. You have business discussion. We have our meeting rooms because we believe in our seniors providing consulting work. Have meeting, have business. You eat with your friends, either communal dining. You have art class and activity room. You can have religious class. You can have all kind of stuff, And then the evening walks. You end with badminton. So many stuff to do. Easier said than done. I can draw a piece of paper, put schedule, no one turn up. Because the important ingredient of what makes a community is a community manager of a good character. This person has to be the people magnet. This group likes gardening. I know that group also like gardening. I'm going to marry them together and say, Monday morning you meet, come for gardening. Very important. That is what truly makes a community, encouraging people out of their house. Did you know that there's a choir downstairs? Do you want to come up? Come. So that is community making. Future plan, right beside our Twai residence. Now this actually is a very important thing. We want to be aging in place. We want to be convenient. So we built a link bridge to our commercial development right next door, and we provide shops downstairs. And then we're going to curate it with doctor, dentist, pharmacy, and childcare and music class and everything, so that everything remains convenient, everything remains in the community. But there is one final keystone that completes our ecosystem in aging in place. You come into Twai, you live healthily and happily. If the need again shall ever arise, we have a care hub right next door. And the way we've designed and envisioned our care hub is that we'll invite operators. We are talking to one hospital group at the moment to set up a combination of aged care, rehab, step-down care, and postnatal care, all in one environment. Why do we do that? Such that, because people move into Twai, husband and wife, maybe one fall ill first, you're not displaced a few kilometers away. You're one link bridge away. You remain connected to your community. You can still come back and visit your grandchildren or join your Rotary Club meeting. So care is provided. This is one place that one can live happily ever after, all the way, have great quality in life. To sum it up, we are magic. Dr. Bill Thomas, I copied with permission. I got his permission to use his term. MAGIC stands for multi-ability, multi-generational, inclusive community, and that is our vision that all homes should be. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. I told you it would be an interesting presentation, and there you had it. All right. Once again, a big round of applause to all our sponsors. We are making good time. I've got about 10 minutes before the next performance, and I can tell you the next performance is well worth waiting for. You want beli tiket? Tak dapat, mahal. But he is here with us today. He will appear at 2 o'clock, so we have got 10 minutes. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, is Mr. Chia around? Mr. Chia, no. Okay. Andy, are you around? Okay. The organizers have very kindly made a contribution to U3A Bandar Utama. So may I invite the editor of the senior, Dato' Muslim Ayub. Will you be kind enough to present the check to U3A Bandar Utama? To receive it will be the Vice President, Mr. Andy Uy. By the way, I'm the president, so I cannot receive lah. I announced I received tak ngam. Thank you. Okay, thank you. All right, thank you. We have about 5 minutes. It's a prayer time now. Okay, 5 minutes for prayer time. In the meantime, if you need to use your washroom, your little voice room, powder your nose, whatever, please do so. As a reminder, you have finished your lunch. Please put back on your mask. We have another hour or two to go for this conference. If you notice on your table, you have got these cute little bottles of water in the shape of the KL Tower. It is there not to look pretty, but it is there for you to hydrate yourself. So please drink them. Keep yourself hydrated. MCO ni MC kena jaga kesihatan lagi. Okay, so just relax, settle down, and we'll come back.